The Canadian Card Collector, and welcome back to day 598 of a Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Union playing cards from Theory11. So, no further ado, take a look and see what we get. As you can see, it is in a matte black finished tuck box there, with some copper colored foiling and a little bit of white gloss there. Now on the front it says Union. You got the little shield there, with like the stars and the stripes. You got the sword going through it. And then it says straight and true. And then it says Theory, Liberty, and then it says 11 there at the bottom, and Bravery, and the only and original. On one side here, it says from the studio of J. Fletcher. On the other side, it says manufactured by the United States Blanket Company. On the bottom here, you got the Theory11 logo, Circuitro, and premium playing cards, Theory11. On the back, you got a sneak peek of the back down here, and the texture on the tuck box there on the back and the front is embossed. You can feel the texture of it there. And for the seal, you got a slightly off-white stamp style seal with that orange little logo that says US made and 311. Then you got the four suits there. Then you got the stars on the top there. The tuck flap here just has a little chain there. And it says live free, or broken chain, I guess. Then you've got the matte black inside tuck flaps. It cuts out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box is that matte black finish. Nothing too crazy there. But now that we to look at the tuck box, time to look at the cards. And as always, we'll start with the back side. So here we have a mirrored back side with the standard white border there. And it is a black background. There's that kind of white and kind of like brown kind of colorway to it. A little bit of metallic ink, it looks like. There for that kind of like bronzy kind of color. There, and then for the design, you got the little U there for the Union, and it says made in the USA. And then you got the little eagle there, was like the stars and striped little flag there. And then if you flip it over, same design in both directions. A pretty nice design. And then you got the first Joker here. It says Joker there. Then you got a turkey there with some stars and a little rose, and it says the Joker. Then you got a second identical Joker there. So two identical Jokers. Then you got that custom Ace of Spades there. With the custom font and suits there in the corners. Then you got that custom spade there. With like the half of it being like the US flag there with the stars and the stripes. And then you got the eagle there at the bottom for like the stem there. And this is American made. And then you got the custom suits there for the spades. And you got the fully custom quick cards there. With a custom colorway and everything there. And you got the diamonds here, which are custom. More of a square shaped diamond. And a slightly different shade of red. Then you got the fully custom quick cards once again. For the diamonds here, slightly different than the spades. So it looks like all the quick cards might be slightly different than one another. And you got the Jack, Queen, and King of clubs here. Once again, fully custom. And then you got the custom club design. And then lastly, you got the hearts here. Once again, 3 more custom quick cards. And then you got the custom hearts. And then the last 2 cards in the deck, you got a little double backer of the back design. And then you got this little Theory11 little ad card here where it has like an orange little design to it. There. And then you just got the back design on the back. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And these are made in the US from the United States Blanket Company, so they have some form of air cushion finish quality to them. So they will handle fantastic. And straight out of the box, they got a pretty nice spring to it, a little bit on the thicker side of the springs, but pretty nice. They got some fantastic fans. We can see all the suits and numbers there. Pretty nice back design fan. A smooth, that smooth ferrule. Then you got a fantastic giant fan. So overall, they handle fantastic. There's going to be no issues with the handling at all. Super smooth. There. That's a pretty nice design. Even though I'm not like an American, these are more like American themed cards. There. I'm definitely not an American with the name of my channel. But I still like them. They're not bad. They're pretty nice. Deck of fully custom cards from the court card. Like the aces are the only real thing that's not like super custom or anything. But they got the custom like suits and pips to them and everything there. And then you got the full custom court cards there. Is that a new like, full custom court card style there? Pretty nice. I still like them. Then you got that pretty nice back design there. So we're all pretty decent deck of cards, but most people aren't gonna like be attracted to them too much, but just because they're like more American, like the U.S. kind of themed style cards. But they're still like interesting to look at and stuff. But I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 598 of your daily deck review, and this has been the Union playing cards from Theory11, and I'm the Canadian Character signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.